Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. My name is Will, and before we get into the game, a few announcements. First announcement, other shows on the channel. Tomorrow night, Tabletop Rose, Baldur's Gate 3, we're going to kill Gortesh.
Probably.
Yay.
Fuck
Oh,
Gortesh.
Yeah, all my
no,
homies
we're not
hate
going to do
Gortash.
that.
Well,
Well,
no.
Some people want to.
Well,
I've seen those internet
Why?
fan arts.
you see, Gortesh I don't get. Orin, I understand.
It's the voice, I think. It's the voice. They have a celebrity voice actor. And he's good.
He's good. Then on Sunday, Cozy Co-op. I don't know if we have Sarah or not, but we'll figure that out. We have Sarah, so Stardew Valley this Sunday. Will, Emily, Sarah, Stardew Valley, relaxing, having some fun. Monday, Strike the Thousands AP. Speaking of relaxing and having some fun, probably not relaxing in that one, but we'll definitely be having some fun. Oh boy, I got some cool monstrosities that I can summon. Then on Tuesday, Will and Matt will become brothers in battle as we jump into Space Marine 2 together. Brother,
I am pinned here.
do not worry, brother. I shall snipe them away. And then on Wednesday, we have Wild Ambition. That's our PF2 stream. That's a Wild Ambition. They just finished the major arc. They got a level up. Shy's character's now 2 levels behind the rest of the party, and I'm probably going to fix that at some point this weekend.
yeah.
And
I can turn into a cat now.
Matt can be a cat in yet another adventure. So mark that on your bingo card for the year.
Cat with a weird alligator mouth.
A cat-a-gator.
A catadile.
A
Yeah, I was
catadile.
gonna say catadile was right there.
Yeah.
Necodile.
Necodile.
Ew, no, no, no.
Oh,
And you wonder why there are questions about you, Matt.
and then on...
No, that's more of a weeb thing. Come on now.
and then on Thursday...
It's
Like that Venn diagram isn't very overlapping.
Thursday, if you come to
I'm
Muse,
sorry, a Venn diagram?
a Venn diagram. There you go, Matt. There you go, Chad. Then on Thursday, if you come to Muse, this week, you get to murder a genie slaver. So come and do that. Because, yeah, fuck genie binding. I am so glad that the writers decided to be like, yeah, we're going to make a set of scenarios that basically is the Pathfinders dismantling this practice. I was like, yes, I like this. This is badass. This is very mindful. Then, on Friday, the Astral Calling, the show you're watching right now. And why are you watching this right now? Why? I think it's because of the wonderful cast we have. And now, to begin character introductions. A Shimmering Heart. That is a beacon of hope. Rosalie. Luna. Tonight.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight, Rose? And I do have a question for you this evening. Just because I need to get a little hyped up about 5e and about this game in general. Other than what you're playing right now, what's something that sounds interesting to do in this system that you want to do? Like, what's a character concept that you had in mind that you want to try out?
Okay, listen. Maya just shared this video with me of like a warlock, but imagine like London Tipton, but as a
This
warlock.
started
where she's
off as like a reel that I sent, so we
Yes.
cannot claim this idea as an
I can't claim this
original.
is original, but I can also absolutely play an heiress with a warlock patron for a father and demand that he destroy my enemies.
I like it. I like it a lot. Next up, Creative and Just. Who? Oh, well, I've already fucked it up. Creative and Just, who eases others' burdens. Matthew. Darius. This evening, how are you doing tonight, Matt?
I am well within the light of the spark.
And other D&D concept that seems interesting to you?
Just in
Just in general, like if you had to grab another, if you had to play another D&D character, what would you want to be doing?
ooh, probably. I've been really considering trying out like a proper full cast or like a sorcerer, and doing fun stuff with sorcery points and everything. I have no idea exactly as to the concept, but who knows? I might play into the fact that sorcerers are, inherited wealth in the magic world. My dad owns an arcane library.
We all play Daddy's Girls, just like different varieties of them.
All we got from this quest was a bunch of uncut gems.
Oh.
Next up, the
Yes.
Waking Dreamer.
Let me go
Not to
find a
be crossed
tall
or
building to
betrayed.
jump.
Chad, Vim the Ranger. How you doing tonight, Chad?
I'm chilling.
Yeah?
Yeah, just chilling.
What's the other D&D concept? I know you have the Strength Rogue, but what's another one?
Yeah, the Strength Rogue is a big one that I've been wanting to do. And I got the Solasta PDFs for that. I've also, a long time, not going to detail out the whole character concept because it may get used on this channel at some point. But the Brute Fighter, the champion fighter, but more interesting concept that they never fully published. I've really wanted to mess with that for a long time, just adding, instead of making you crit more,
Nope.
just adding damage to your attacks, and then later when you crit big.
That's fair. That makes sense. Next up, an eye for detail, always advancing forward. McKenna, Evie.
Aw. Hello, everyone. My name is McKenna Ray Tynan, McKenna Ray Art on all of the platforms. Playing EV Experiment 3 version 13. Almost forgot to say it. And what am I looking forward to next in D&D? Well, they just released for 5.5, which I think they just need to accept that that's what people are calling it. The Sea Druid. Druid of the Sea, which I think sounds really fucking cool. I think that's an untapped area of most tabletop systems. And I'm beyond just new character concepts, I'm really excited to dig into. I got the new PHB because if there is one thing WotC does that I actually really, really love that they do, it is that they release local game store editions of all of their books. They hire multiple artists, which they don't have to do. And they release multiple copies just to get people to go into game stores. I think that's sick as hell. And the artwork for this one was so good. I was like, I don't need this, but I do want it very, very badly. So I'm excited to dig into that properly.
Fair play. Next up, Grandma, standing strong.
Hey.
Matron and caregiver. Maya, rash, rugloss. Fuck me. I tried. Hey, look at that.
Yay!
I got confetti.
Hi, everybody. Yeah. Let's see if I can do it again. Maybe? Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm Maya. I'm playing your resident goblin granny barbarian, Rashruglos. And to answer your question, Will, besides obviously, so the character that me and Rose came up with, like, I was really thinking, like, me and Rose came up with the idea of like doing sisters and then like divorced parents, but like as the patrons and like who gives the better gift. So that was a pitch, but I'll give you, I have a whole list honestly of characters
give me
that I will eventually get to playing. I just haven't found the right campaigns for them. But another one that I really do want to make at some point is a Warforged Transformer. But very, very specifically, like I want the Transformer to be like, as I'm sure you know at this point, and McKenna knows very well, and Rose knows, I love the isekai genre. I want to make Truck-kun.
It's because you have good taste, Maya.
I want to make Truck-kun as a Transformer Warforged. That's what I want to do. I just don't know what campaign that would fit in, realistically.
That is fair. And then we have a bolstering song sung, showing the power of words. Sarah is Cypress.
Hey.
Thus concluding the haiku intros for the night.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Can anybody else? Okay, can you guys hear me? I feel like
Yes.
my mic
You're a
isn't
little
picking
quiet.
things up. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to figure that out. Um,
Hmm.
Increase my volume.
It's not that you like. I don't know if do your headphones have a mic option?
Um, they do, but my audio is on my snowball mic, which is what
Okay.
it usually is.
Because I've done
So
that sometimes accidentally. Turn on the headphone mic.
yeah, I don't know. Um, I have if I were going to play something else
Mm-hmm.
through 5e, to answer that question is I would play a variation of an NPC character that I created for a game.
Mm-hmm.
A little tiny monk child with a little Rin Tin Tin who has fennec features, so they would be more like lupine or fox-like, which isn't an actual race, but apparently you can alter because they kind of still fall under the feline. You can still kind of use them as a tabaxi base, but
You can. There are what the fuck was Calder?
There's a shifter.
Shifter. Shifters are
which is
races, so she could be a shifter.
which is exactly what they were anyway. They were shippers, so that makes a lot of sense. She was this tiny little think shippo, but like McKenna has an art piece of it that she did, and I'm like, it's just brought it to life. And
Tragically, it's not anywhere within reach, or I would pull it up.
I know. I feel like I have it. I'd probably post it, but I would play Rin Tin Tin again, who is very tiny and Bostonian in nature. So she talked like this the entire time.
Cute.
Is she your favorite NPC that you've made?
Love her.
Honestly, I love all of the NPCs I made for
I know
that
that's
game.
really tough because I know that's like asking you to pick a favorite child, and obviously that's Teddy. But
he's in my lap right now, honestly.
I know.
I gotta say, I have to say, for all of the NPCs that I made, I'm very happy about. So, but if I had to like be and play as a PC, it would be that one because that one's just a blast to play. Everything else is very much atypical. I could do it, I suppose, but that one's fun.
All right, all of your answers have been noted. And now it's time for us to roll.
Am I going to get a Truck Coon campaign?
Last time on the Astral Calling, our party had yet another major victory. After aiding the Archdevil of Knowledge in their ascent to Queen of Hell through the insulting and belittling of the Archdevil of Schemes.
We were bullies.
Our party was able to successfully ensure that the Hells would be on their side in the upcoming conflict with the Calistigian Order. Upon leaving the planet, some of our party members, they all returned to their non-devil forms. Back to themselves, they took a moment on the ship to begin planning their next moves, I could speak, when suddenly a divine revelation came. And infused with a divine fury now, after Magubliyet declared that it was time for the goblin hordes to march to their glorious victory. we pick up right there, as now Rash is quite literally glowing slightly.
Amazing. Got that dewy glow.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but you've got a kind of glow about you right now.
Is it
Looks very
Goblin
nice.
Summer? I don't know what season it is.
Probably not for Rash, considering she's like, I don't know, 90, something old.
See, I thought you were...
It's always
age is just age is just a number, my dear. It's what inside that matters, and you are young at heart.
Specifically for Rash's age, I just wrote old in all caps. I did not pick a specific age.
That is okay. I do not know how old I am either. Perhaps we are the same age.
The joke of
that would be quite impressive.
Count to Rash's age.
Oh,
age, age might be an irrational concept for Vim.
Did Vim just make a pun?
A Rash pun?
No.
Was that a Rash?
That was a Rash pun.
That was a Rash pun. That was a Rash pun.
It's only a pun if it's intended. And
nope.
That was a pun. That's the rule.
You said irrational.
Chad, I've infected you.
No.
One of us.
One of us. Yeah, Rash is just like, praise Magubliyet!
What is happening?
We must go fight! We must go fight for the honor of my god!
Rash is on one.
We need to go bring this small child back home.
Oh,
with
yeah.
The dragon?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, yeah, he's a thing.
See, he's good. Are you ready for adventure, small child?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Let's fuck him up!
She picks the child up onto her shoulders.
Evie, I am concerned that if we take the child somewhere where they don't want to go, does that immediately turn it into kidnapping?
Kind of.
Yes.
It may arguably be considered kidnapping regardless of whether or not they want to go, on account of we are not their legal guardian.
I mean, can you technically kidnap an orphan? You made me into an orphan. You technically made me into an orphan.
Isn't
I was kidnapped as an orphan.
I think you still have like a next of kin.
This just means that you are now part of
I think I was also kidnapped as an orphan.
It's a hard knock life.
But I'm not orphaned.
So
maybe.
he's technically in good company. They are technically in good company. Many of us were kidnapped as orphans. I mean, or made orphans through kidnapping.
Well, I mean, the way it worked in the Goblin Horde was if you were a victim of war and you were just a child, you just kind of got adopted by the Horde.
I'm pretty sure.
What are you when one of your moms disappears from the universes and the other mom tried to kill you?
Orphan.
Complicated.
A child of a broken home.
I had a perfectly normal.
It's okay, Luna. You are part of our family now. She pats Luna's head.
I have a good parental figure. And that's
you don't need to brag them.
We cut to Darius's parents, who are both happily enjoying Mal retirement.
But
gardening or something.
This dragon dude has like two next of kin still around. Like, it's not like he's just with nobody.
Nonsense. He says he wants to come adventuring. It's good for the child. Build spirit.
I was going to say something. Captain.
Yeah.
I know that naval captains have the authority to marry people, but could they also, like, legally make an adoption thing?
That's what
I don't know how space maritime law works.
Even if you were doing that, wouldn't you need the people he's actually related to that would have some level of responsibility to him?
Technically, by dragon rules, now the guardian, not like the oldest one of the brood, is dead. I'm just on my own.
Well, I honestly would not know. My predecessor, the captain that I served under as lieutenant for many, many years, picked me up when I was like 6 as an orphan off the street. I didn't know my parents, so I couldn't say if they would have approved or denied. She kind of just picked me up and put me on the ship.
Imagine the message to
I will
Nito.
say,
Hi, dear. We have a child.
by dragon law, then you are your own guardian essentially now.
Well, no, I just don't have a guardian. I'm technically still a minor.
But you are responsible for yourself.
What
Yeah.
about your older brother?
So you could technically sign this document then.
Yeah.
I don't. That doesn't seem to make
That's
sense.
how it works. That seems like
That
It
doesn't
seems
seem
like
to
it
make
checks
sense.
out.
Yeah.
I'm saying, well, if for
Oh,
some reason we
No,
can't
that
just
does work because I signed a document
if we
with the
can't
devil,
just
and then I had to do it.
That is exactly how
Well,
documents
that's
work, Luna.
okay. That's not the
Very
same
good,
thing.
Moonshine.
That's not
we
the
can
same
ask
thing.
our friend, the devil of knowledge. She wears documents as clothes.
Let's not ask advice or ask anything from a devil again.
But she is our friend.
Eh,
That's true.
well,
And also a queen.
All of this is moot point. We need to go help. My God. Do I know where they're like if there's troops gathering or anything?
You would need to get some sort of access to some sort of like online
I'm also
station to
saying
figure that out.
if we need to, if he can't go back to his family for some reason, we
I
could
just don't want to.
Okay, well, I mean,
listen,
bringing him into a war
we're
sounds
technically
real
all
bad.
broke. It's fine. I'm a
Bringing
dragon.
him into a yeah, like you're dragon-ish at this point, but like,
Look at me, grr.
It's fine. He can stay on the ship with Millis. He does not have to
And
come into battle
14.
situation.
I'm just saying, there's like maybe better places to send him.
Millis, we have new sibling for you.
Millis comes
Do you
out
think
with,
Millis is
with 14, and it's very interesting because you can see that Millis has basically been teaching 14 how to like be like a helping with social media and how to help with the videos. So like 14's fully
Be a
decked out in camera gear.
Oh my God.
I've been trying so hard to
Aw.
stop picking up strays,
That's very
and
cute.
I'm thwarted at every turn. I was just gonna say, yeah, I know a place with a really good parental figure. He
Bold
could go,
words
and
from a stray.
he wouldn't be the lamest one there.
We cannot leave him with Myark. Myark might shoot him at an event or something.
No, it wouldn't be leaving him with Myark. It'd be leaving him with Mother Myrtle.
That is good wisdom.
And Myark
Just
would just be
responsible.
there bringing down the vibe, but like that's not so bad because Mother Myrtle's great.
Wait, why is this juice
We
box
did
not-
promise to leave
Oh,
to
I
bring
just
Myark to
stabbed
Mother
myself
Myrtle,
with the
didn't
juice
we?
box. With the juice box straw.
I mean, he was kind of, I can make it on my own.
Was that
but
my arc?
He's kind of
Off in the
sucked on it.
distance.
He's kind of like not done well on his own. So I think we should take him there. And then once we've gotten him there, if he chooses to leave and something happens to him, is completely out of our hands. But
I disagree with that on principle. I say we keep him on ship with Millis.
I was just talking about something bad happening to my arc there.
Excuse me.
Well, he's full-grown adult. He can take care of himself.
My promise was more to Mother Myrtle than anything, that it makes sense to bring my arc there for Mother Myrtle, not for him. He sucks. But bringing this, it's one thing to pick up a bunch of strays, which you guys are killing me. But it's another thing to then take this child into a reality war. And I don't know why I have to repeat that for anybody to be like, oh, that might be a bad idea.
I see no reason why that would be a bad idea.
Like being removed from reality.
Bill's
That's just me on a bender.
I think it quite literally removes the possibility of character. I think that's literally what it would do.
So. I've been told that me on a bender.
I'm not talking about being a bender. I'm talking about being erased.
If we fail,
Child, have you picked a name for yourself yet?
All gonna go away anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think he necessarily improves our odds at
Nothing's
succeeding.
really like felt right yet.
That's fair.
Whole log.
Do you have
there's a
placeholder
lot.
for now?
I don't know. There's like a lot to go and like picking.
Wait, I
Yeah.
forget. Did he not have a name before?
I could have sworn he did,
Yeah,
but I didn't
he
write
had
it
it.
down. So
We
what do
never
I
thought to
know?
see him again.
I thought he was picking a new name.
Yeah, he asked me. He
Oh,
lost
that's
his,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
All right, well,
now we're responsible for him, so he wanted us to pick a name, but we decided to let him pick a name.
as long as Millis and 14 don't mind looking after him, I suppose it's fine to take him with us temporarily until we can also pick up my arc and take them both to Mother Myrtle.
Okay. Also, just to
Millis, you can
mind,
show him how you do your blog thingy.
and
I've already put them into a couple. For some reason, including the nibbling in some of the videos, it's put some of our things onto the equivalent of Space Cat talk.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Talk.
Yes,
What
there was.
does
I
this
found a
mean?
video. He accidentally knocked over something in the kitchen, and we got it on video.
Millis,
Yes.
Millis, don't exploit children for views.
Okay.
Hopefully, by this point in the future, there are laws about that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Laws are a little weird when you're between galaxies. Beyond all this, I also need to have a refresher so I know exactly how fucked up my crossbow is right now, like to what degree. Family tree here.
Mm-hmm.
You were another sibling to Orly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Or okay. I just had to make sure it wasn't like part of your dad's like jaw and teeth that are all part of my crossbow now. But it's just your older brother, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, he
It's
was
fine.
an asshole.
It's nowhere near as like fucked up as the other situation would have been.
No, Orly used
There's
to like.
always one in a family.
Yeah, he used to like put me in a cat carrier and kick me down the hallway when I was really young. He's an asshole.
He kicked me down the stairs. They broke my Microsoft Dinosaur CDs.
I agree.
Come
There
here.
is always one in the family, and I look knowingly to Evie.
I don't know what you mean by that.
There's always one shitty one in the family.
Probably my arc.
You know who I'm talking about. There you go.
I resemble that remark.
Not
resent.
not that he's part of
You
my family.
resemble that remark?
Yes,
That's
you
my
do.
I meant
My arc's not
resent.
here. We didn't take him with us.
Oh right, you did not. That's fair.
No, he's off wherever he was.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
wait.
doing the thing.
He's back on the ship.
He's on our
right?
ship.
Yeah, he's on the ship.
Is he
Myra's
on the ship?
We didn't bring.
Yeah.
He wasn't with us in hell, but he is on the ship.
He's on the ship.
Oh,
Is
I forgot he was
Yes,
on the
Yeah.
ship.
it's Myark Millis 14, this baby
Wow.
dragon, me.
we
I
had
thought
the-
it was just Millis 14 and the baby.
No,
you have-
we had
you
the
have
whole
five,
conversation.
You have five adoptees right now.
All right, fine. We will drop off.
That's
We
not
will
even
drop off
close
my
to a
arc
record for me.
at Mother Myrtle's. We will drop off my arc. My arc. Let me help you with that. And she's just gonna cut a hole for the juice
I'm
pouch
gonna-
and just stick it in.
Play this as Evie has been fully ignoring my arc and acting like he's not in the room
Yeah,
the
'cause
whole
right before. I want to say right before the whole hell thing started was when we had that whole conversation with him.
I'm gonna say
I
that's
remember-
fully in character that everyone forgot he was on board. I'm gonna say that that's true.
So I remember having that conversation. I do not remember him being on the ship when we went to go fight the dragons. The reason the baby is on the ship is because we picked him up along the way to fight the dragons. I don't think we would have taken. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
No,
taking
we got Myark after the draft.
Yeah.
No, we didn't because we went straight to hell.
Yeah,
No,
he
because
was on the ship when you were making repairs to the ship.
Yeah, we were making it didn't go dragons literally directly to hell. It was dragons. We were doing repairs.
I went
had that
straight
whole
to hell,
conversation,
and then y'all were doing stuff,
and
and
then
then
to
went
hell.
to hell
Yeah.
after I was there for a bit.
Remember, we were looking through the portal at.
because it was after the dragons were
Yeah.
dead that I went and grabbed him from the little cage.
Otherwise,
Yeah, and
I
you
would
had
have
your-
signed
you
that
had
y'all would have
this-
stopped me from signing.
Y'all
And
had that
Evie very
wonderful
pointedly-
conversation on my ship, by the way.
You know, things happen where they happen.
Evie very rudely and very pointedly is just pretending that she does not know my arc is here.
Can't blame her.
Okay, so where we're at now, we still have to meet up with Aaronhart. That was still like on the agenda.
Can I? Rash is gonna jump. Well, she has social media, but she doesn't know how to use it. So it's one of those that Millis made her the account, but she's never touched it unless it's to like look up random Pinterest recipes.
I will say that like when you go into your account, my Rash does have like a number of friend requests from like her kids and like her
that's
grandchildren
cute.
that have all added her. And you also do have a message.
Oh.
You have a message request from Gilly.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Gilly. Millis, how do I look at the message?
Oh, just hit the check mark beside their name, Rash.
She's gonna hit every button but the check mark.
She proceeds to hit
every
button but the check mark. Because in her brain, check is spelled differently.
Not the check symbol.
It takes a few minutes, but you eventually do get the message opened up. It is relatively recent. It essentially has coordinates as it's along the lines of Grandma knew that you may need to find where the Goblin Horde is meeting up. A lot of our family is heading to Muster Point Alpha. And it gives basically galactic space coordinates. The muster point is just outside of basically just off the border of the Ambrosia Rose to the rest of the system, like right at the border of the darkness.
Okay. Evie,
Yes.
I think I found something important that my grandchild Gilly has told me. Also, why she call me grandma? Is she mad at me? I type in the thing. I type in why you no say nana? Why you no say nana? And then I do a bunch of those ellipses that old people do.
What?
I lost my head for a moment. I did not realize that you would want me to, I lost my head for a moment. The voice that controlled me did not realize you would want to be called Nana, as I call my grandmother Grandma.
I would like to point out that after the week I had, Sarah is very irritated with people who can't handle basic technology right now.
Rash is absolutely one of those
no.
people. I am so sorry, Sarah.
Just gonna be quiet while I have war flashbacks.
Sarah,
absolutely one of those people.
Here, let me distract Sarah with the fact that as the admin person at my current job in front desk, I get to choose the music that plays in the background throughout the day, and throughout the entire today, Limsa was on repeat, like the background music
delightful.
from Limsa. It was great. Anyway,
love to see it.
Keegan is sitting so demurely. It's almost like he's well behaved.
Like a little prince.
Gotcha, that position will be very painful for you tomorrow.
No, it won't.
He's doing a little saddle.
Blinks!
Here's your cat fact for the day. Cat fact for the day. The neutering of a boy cat is a lot less invasive and takes them about 2 to 3 weeks less time than a female spaying.
Oh, just
so
like
the American healthcare system.
It's the same for humans.
Humans, yeah.
Yeah. Same vibes.
Are you so sleepy?
Do they just like put an elastic band on really tight, like what they do with bowls?
Do you really want me? Look, do you really want me to go into
not
it?
On stream, please.
Not on stream. Not on stream.
That could be a private conversation.
Anyway,
I'm really not interested.
Rash gives Evie the coordinates because she doesn't know what to do with those. Evie, I think this is important. My family says to go meet up with them here.
It's a Rash family reunion.
Okay, let's just go and maybe do I looking at the coordinates?
She says in muster star area.
Muster Point Alpha.
That one.
Sure. Does this location on the map have like a
drive-by past Mother Myrtle?
Is Mother Myrtle on the way,
It is
or is she fully in the opposite
It is
direction?
literally the fully opposite direction.
Damn,
Why do you do this to me,
maybe
Will?
we could just shoot him out the airlock that way.
No, the baby dragon doesn't deserve that.
No, we're not doing it to the baby dragon. We're doing it to my arc.
Baby dragon is going with my arc.
Baby dragon is staying with us. What are you talking about? He
not-
said he
we're
wanted to come adventuring.
But Rash,
I am
war.
a warrior.
Oh no.
Yes, you are. She boops his nose.
Aw.
And do you see how strong Vim is? There is no better trainer for him than Mother Myrtle.
Points at Rash.
What the first? Actually, this is a good point, Evie. What are your strengths and weaknesses, child? Tell me.
All
Oh,
right.
boy.
Tell Nana.
So strengths. I'm really good with my hands and building things.
Rash looks at Darius.
I'm not really all that useful, to be honest, now that I think about it. Oh no.
I'm going to speak to this kid in Draconic.
Yeah.
And I'm making a gamble here. I think there's at least
Draconic?
one other person here that does, but I don't think everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if you think about who would prepare you more for training or anything, just think of this.
Hilarious.
What?
Go ahead. Continue. Continue the
Okay.
thought.
This motherfucker doesn't speak Draconic.
Continue the thought.
The dragon doesn't speak
That doesn't make
Draconic.
Keep
any
going.
sense.
Keep going. No, that makes sense. As somebody who's
Doesn't.
Filipino that doesn't speak Tagalog, that makes sense.
Oh, I just learned something.
I think it's different when they're dragons.
I also think it's different when they're dragons.
I feel that's
And that's
a
literally a
stereotype.
part of the fucking stat block.
Homebrew, mother truckers. Bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
Yes. Rose looks so confused.
So
No,
I'm
I'm frustrated because my character sheet, anytime I try to like scroll my wheel up or down, it's just changing the size. And even after clicking on the little like, I tried closing it out and opening it again and clicking the little like thing that lets you open it in a new window. It didn't do that. It's stuck on like my
You
tabs
need
at
to
the
reload
top,
it.
and
Yeah.
yeah, gonna
Yeah.
hop out.
Have you
of,
tried turning it on and off again?
Roll20 and back in? It seems to
have
be
you, have
having
you unplugged full 20 and
a
plugged it
problem.
back in.
Mac
That
it.
was my
Maybe it'll
confusion
work.
phase. But
Yes.
if it also applied to dragons that don't speak Draconic
So
or
first,
power.
I'll be saying to him, like, I'm not trying to pull rank with them because like that changes the vibe and is really weird. But if you're trying to, be trained to be ready for things, Mother Myrtle trained someone that is now a god, like technically.
Oh, who?
Do you speak Draconic?
No.
So you wouldn't know.
Okay.
So what is his what? How does he react to me? To them? He didn't say anything.
No, he just smiles and nods.
Do you get me? Why are you acting weird? Okay, I'm going to repeat myself in common, but in his head.
Out loud. Yeah, but I already know Rash, and they're a really strong person, and you're really strong, and Edie's really strong, and Luna's super strong. Look at Luna, and Darius is very strong.
Vim, did you slip into child's head?
I feel like you missed the entire point there. First off, you don't get to pull the child card when you're trying to bring him into reality war.
You need to ask permission. You need to knock first.
There's literally no other way to do. That's not a thing with this. There is not like a. You sense that I want to hear something. It's, and then I switch to being, to telepathic to Rash. It's just I'm here.
Ah!
I'm just gonna, while this is happening, because I don't feel like I can meaningfully contribute to this conversation, I'm just gonna start like making a little helmet for the little dragon, like ding, ding, ding. Little helmets, some little pauldrons.
Child, go
That
with
feels like a
Darius. Help
vote,
build. You say
Darius.
you're good
No,
at
it's just
building
I'm
things.
I'm preparing for possibly the worst. Also, it can be made into a bike helmet if necessary.
Darius, why don't you teach him about your Sparky thingy? He seems very good in his aptitude that's at building things.
A clarification. Sparky thingy?
Yes, your Sparky thingy. Go pray about it.
There's several jokes I want to make here, but I am choosing not to.
Pray about it.
You are muted, Sarah.
Yeah, no, just don't go there.
Yeah.
Go pray about it.
What? Let's go take your measurements for a nice protective suit, my little friend.
Oh, maybe I can enhance it with some like. Oh, I could do things. Yeah.
Do you have some enhancements? That's very interesting.
Yeah, I could build things for it. Like I know how to like make motors and stuff. So like I could put motors onto the armor.
See, then he's perfect for this sort of thing.
This could be an interesting collaboration.
However many years it would take for him to be reasonably in this.
Fun fact: the most like suitable person to train this person would probably be Evie, as they both share a class.
Probably, but Rash has not picked up on that at all, given the context clues that were said out loud.
Yeah.
Likes to make things? That's artifice. That's Evie.
He is a specific.
It could be either.
Specifically, he is a
also
level...
the way that Rash brains things. It's Darius makes a thing. Evie does science about it. Those are two different categories in Rash's head.
Science about it.
Specifically, he's a level 2 armor artificer.
I feel like Darius could work with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of a mix of both, probably.
It's decidedly not Luna.
It's also not quite Rash.
Not Rash.
Regardless, Rash, we cannot take him with us on every single mission.
Oh no!
Now
not
that he's
at
out
all.
of the room, Evie just fully says he's a liability, and Mother Myrtle's training would be a little bit more.
Understandable.
Fire.
We can drop him off. This is more of just a for now situation while we deal with the thing that's happening with my god, which is very pressing, and also checking in on my family who has messaged me on the Facebook thing.
Yes.
You know what else Mother Myrtle could do for that kid? Teach him fucking Draconic, because that's bullshit.
It is. I don't use this word lightly, but it is lame that he doesn't know Draconic.
Oh, Pudding, we need to teach you better swear words.
I mean, he's a dragon who doesn't. I speak Draconic, and he. Anyway. I think we might have to make the detour.
I do not speak Draconic either.
Luna,
do not feel that. That is not a normal thing.
One of these days, I got to figure out what all y'all speak, so I know how to.
I just double
what I say.
I just double checked mine because I wasn't sure either.
Yeah, because
I'll tell you mine straight up. Because like I'm common, goblin. And then I don't know how or where this happened, but I assume it was relevant in the campaign at some point that it happened, but it says Astral Sign Language is listed as one of them.
Yeah. We had talked about that, yeah.
I forgot. Draconic is not my most...
I don't remember, but I believe that it happened.
Draconic is not my most obscure one. Does anybody else here speak Sylvan?
No.
Oh.
Not with this character.
You wouldn't know that.
Okay.
I
would love to see Vim just trying out different languages in front of people and seeing what works.
Yeah, I've got Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and Draconic and Undercommon.
I'm sorry you had so much fun.
For all of our musical theater nerds, imagine Vim
singing.
Yes, imagine Vim singing "I Speak 6 Languages."
Cleopatra.
It's only 5.
Did you?
Putnam.
But also-
I couldn't hear you.
I said I don't know that one.
It's
I
from
don't know that one
Putnam.
either.
It's from
Oh,
the-
that's why.
Nathaniel Putnam County Spelling Bee?
I don't know that one as well,
I've
actually.
never actually seen it. And I have no excuse to not have seen it because Mel was in it.
Mel
at
was
one
in
point,
it.
and I should have gone to go see that.
Mel was in it.
Mel
Mel
was
would be
in
I
great
it.
just
in that.
happened to be busy on the nights they were in it.
Mel
Anyway.
would do really well in that show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Anyway, I think we should make the detour to go drop off the child and the baby dragon at Mother Myrtle.
That was a good one. I approve of this one.
Thank you.
It is in the exact opposite direction, and this seems very pressing.
Wait,
She
do we not have
gestures to her
room
glowing skin.
On our ship?
The thing is as we get closer to war and horror, just because
That's
we're
the
not
other thing.
us not
We
being
could
on the
just
ship, does
leave
not
him
mean
on the
people-
ship for now.
people, as we're getting more into this, the ship is not necessarily going to be a safe place.
I agree.
I think the ship
it
could
is
take
our
offense
home.
to that.
It has
Don't
to
worry, they
be.
did not mean it.
Does the ship take offense to that?
The ship doesn't seem to care much for your mortal squabbles about this matter.
Oh boy, the ship's getting an ego.
All I'm saying is that technically this fight could extend out into space. It may not just be conducted on planets, it may be interplanetary, maybe even intergalactic, definitely interdimensional. And this ship could become
no,
a
but this
battleground.
is the last universe.
But could it be intergenerational?
Probably.
Yes.
Well, we're trying to
Intercontinental?
well, we're way beyond that.
Also,
It is
Darius,
not
aren't you
safe.
supposed to be building something
be
right now in the other room?
Grease-like.
It's a small ship and the door is open.
Could be grease light.
Small
And you're all
ship.
very
How dare
loud.
you say that about this ship?
So many insults to the ship today.
I'm not saying
It's more insulting
I'm
that you think that that's an insult.
The ship's
I'm not
movement speed has
saying-
decreased by 10 feet as it feels dejected.
Oh no,
Oh.
10 feet in space.
I didn't
Oh,
say
no.
anything negative about the ship. I'm saying that we are taking the ship and whoever is in it into dangerous places.
Yes,
But
I agree.
everywhere is a
Polishes
dangerous
the
place.
ship.
Isn't it safer to be with heroes who can
I
protect
agree. I think
them?
we are some of the safest people that they could be with.
We just spent days in hell.
And we lived.
Yeah, but did you die?
And also, we left the people aboard the very capable ship. She pats the ship.
Did
We
we?
left-
Did we have any? You know what? And the
We
one
left
time,
the squishy people in a safe place.
and the one time while we were in hell, we had a little guy that people wanted to take with us. What happened to him?
What happened?
What
He
happened?
got
What
murked
happened?
like right away. He got murked so fast.
But that's
Accurate.
because we
is
took him with
not
us when he
dead
was not
anymore.
ready. We are obviously
He
not
has a
going to
piece
take the
of
child with
indestructible
us when
armor
he's
that
not
can
ready.
never be hurt again.
So Luna, he is technically dead. He's just possessing the armor.
No, it is okay. We resurrected him, and he is now an indestructible thing.
No, that is
person.
not how.
Are
it
you-
works.
Stop
Turning
attacking my
into
minis.
an inanimate object is probably not anybody's real idea of like, this is the life I want.
Cuts to Carter in Wild Ambition. Cuts back to this campaign.
So I'm just saying that, taking the little guy because he's so fun. Dude got murked immediately.
I'm not saying to take him because he's so fun. I'm saying to take him because he is grandchild now and responsibilities and all that.
So
Also,
Exactly.
we did
We
kill
have a
his family.
responsibility to keep him safe.
So he should be with
I
somebody.
think
who
we
can
have
protect-
responsibility to train him so he can keep himself safe.
I
Didn't
think
Mother
Mother
Myrtle
Myrtle-
get kidnapped and locked away and hurt and magic drained by a evil fairy that it was annoying?
and like a
Only
whole.
when it
You were
was
making
her
so many good points
versus-
today.
Only when it
I'm
was
just
her
saying that-
versus a whole army of fae.
Okay, but
It took
that
a
could
whole
happen
army of.
again.
it took a-
There's
well,
a
no,
lot
we
of
kinda-
ifs
we kinda took
here
care
that
of
are
that
being
one.
thrown around, and I think that we could keep our friends safe.
But that is what I am saying, Vim, is we took
Except-
care of that.
Yeah,
That
okay,
was us.
right, and we didn't have a little one with like the
No,
most
but we
recent
came and we
example
made
of
it
having somebody
better.
with them the most recent time where we had somebody actually with us while we were doing anything.
And that is why I'm saying we don't take him actually with
I want
us.
to protect
Evie checks out of
him.
this conversation because she wants to see exactly how much time it would add to the journey to make this detour.
4 days.
That is also a good point.
And how many levels of exhaustion does Luna currently have?
Ask Luna.
Probably 1.
And how glowy is Rash's skin right now? Like radiation or like glowworm?
Like glow in the dark toy that's been left in the darkness too long. It's just slightly glowy still.
I have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Fine.
Unless me not being there last session got rid of 1.
No. So we still need. I think Evie checks out of the conversation and there's a little bit of bickering, and she says, we still need to let Luna rest. And this trip is 2 days out and 2 days back, which should give her enough time to be ready for whatever Magubliyet has planned for us as a group.
Rash looks at her skin and assesses the glowing, and she says, "All right, fine. We drop him off at Mother Myrtle's, and I suppose the other one too."
Oh, I mean, what?
Evie mostly just wants my art gone.
I mean, I'm just saying, one of them, there's no question.
Well, yes, obviously. I don't know. Myark is full-grown person that can take care of him own self.
And if he can't, he can't. But we'll put him where he can be safe. And if not, it's beyond us.
Once again, he is not our responsibility. He is not part of grandchildren.
Hut on Fairyland planet. Coordinates 826
the first world.
North. Yeah. Evie just starts like giving coordinates to the ship.
Evie, you know how to put in trip where you put in the next one in the queue. Put these ones in the queue.
Yes. And then go to the 7-Eleven with the slushies that Luna likes, and then go to the coordinates that Rash gave you.
All right.
Can I see that Evie added that in there?
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Evie,
you do not like my homemade slushies?
I love your homemade slushies. I also like these slushies. You, I think, do better smoothies, but sometimes
that
red
is fine.
dye number 40.
That is fine.
Simply not something that can be replicated.
We can make stop. Rash goes to the kitchen.
Yes, wage war on our hunger, Rash.
Rash is doing the like passive aggressive grandma thing where she's just like angrily chopping vegetables.
While you're cooking, you will get to add your rage damage to your cooking checks right now.
Love.
So during this travel, we don't have anything pressing.
Well, there's a couple events that will happen along the way. I'm just going to quick time them. So the first day is quiet. The second day, basically on your approach towards like the end of the day, it's becoming like evening time in astral space. The scanners and sort of the general area around the ship begins to basically let off a couple notifications as a event known as an astral geyser is happening in the area around you.
Batten down the hatches.
It is quite a... From what you all know about astral geysers, if anyone wants to make me an Arcana or History check, you can.
Ooh. I'm not good at either one of those.
20.
Evie,
I do tall tales.
a astral geyser is quite the rare event. It's when the astral sea itself, or the energy, and Lorgar, you also know, Darius, you also know this. It's when the astral energy actually like converges into a point, fires up into a geyser, and imagine like a volcano, but instead of lava and smoke, it's like shooting stars. It's a very like beautiful sight and very safe if you're a proper distance away from it. Also quite romantic.
Is it on the way, and would it not cost us any time?
It's literally along the way, and it would be like a 15-minute stop.
I say we avoid it entirely.
Evie, chart a course for the astral volcano. just real quick.
Yeah.
She says in Draconic to the ship.
The ship.
I heard that.
The ship does speak Draconic.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And yeah, the ship will pull up beside it. Who would like to view this once in a lifetime sort of phenomenon? Do 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 do.
Vim will probably check it out.
Fair enough.
Seems like
Rash
good
will
dream
take the
fodder.
kids.
What?
Oh, I said it seems like good dream fodder.
Oh, yeah.
Rash will take the kids. She'll take Millicent, the dragon kid.
I'm still making bracers.
The boots, they've actually modified the boots to have like little jumpers in them, so they can actually like use them to like boost their jump speed. They're like springs.
Oh, this fool's gonna
Cute.
do
Sorry,
that.
are they just fucking moon shoes?
Cute.
Yeah.
This fool's
Delightful.
based on the description so far. I know which set of armor the armor artificer this kid is going to lean towards.
Yeah.
There's the quick one and the heavy one, and he's not going for the heavy one.
No. He's going for the quick one.
That was Hulk's preference as well.
So yeah, it's quite the nice event. As like the geyser begins to burble and bubble, there is like an almost like auditory signal that goes with it. Like as the astral sea is boiling, like you can actually like hear sort of like very ethereal music being played almost.
As romantic as this is, I hate to say it, Evie is taking notes.
Yeah,
Evie
there it is.
Fascinated on a scientific
Okay,
level.
but you know that Luna just finds that like super cute, right?
Thank God, because she's giving Luna like the scientific breakdown of exactly what is happening, like the chemical compounds of the this and the that.
Oh,
that,
do
the
it.
other
Go,
thing.
McKenna, go into great detail about it.
No.
Make it up. Do it. Make it up. Make up the science behind the astral geyser. I want to hear this.
Okay, so what's happening here is jargon. Oh, and you also have to remember when this combines with this jargon, it also combines with that jargon to make this massive piece of jargon. I don't know science words. I have an acting major. No!
Use the improv classes.
It's
Anyway.
okay. You
I
can
really
just
like
throw
to
in-
imagine.
throw
I
in,
really like to
stupid
imagine this is
Genshin
the
terms.
this is the Luna filter. This is what Luna is
That's what
hearing.
Luna
This is the
hears.
Charlie Brown filter for Luna.
It's
Jargon,
the one
jargon.
like scene from I think it's
Does-
Trolls 2, or no, it's the Lego movie where she just starts talking, and then you see it from his vision, and she just blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But with like the cute filter, like you're sparkly and there's like pink
jelly
roses blooming in the
like,
corner.
pink jelly
There's
roses.
literal like sparkles shooting up from space as
Yeah.
this astral geyser happens.
EV High School Host Club.
Vim, given that his like wings and everything already kind of mimic like the view of a galaxy and the movement and everything, is going to see, because he doesn't know how this shit works. He's going to see if he can will it so that this effect is reflected on his wings.
That's cool.
You can do that. It causes like a little bit of dust to come off your wings and like hit on the ground.
Someone's gonna have to clean that up.
Oh, Evie. You
Yes,
should put that in a bottle.
What?
The dust.
Oh, Vim.
I'm
why are you
sidestepped. I sidestepped it. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That was
It
already
could be
there.
a useful ingredient.
It does appear to be magical, Evie.
I will study this later, and Evie does like produce a dustpan and just like
Put it into a little.
It's a little vial. Evie, you can add 1 potion of sleep to your inventory.
Nice.
fascinating. Okay.
Vim used sleep powder.
Yeah. It was very effective.
And Vim is 1 step closer to becoming a Butterfree.
Amazing.
Here for it.
I no, it's not Butterfree. It's the actual moth one.
Venomoth,
I mean, there's
yeah.
either Dust
Thank
Dogs or
you.
Venomoth.
No, the
Yeah,
Dustox. He's more
Dustox.
Dustox
Oh,
than Venomoth.
Dustox.
If
If anything, he's a Volcarona without the fire. Like,
Ooh.
I can see that.
yeah.
The fire's the cool part.
Anywho,
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like
Thanks, Matt.
Rashes.
I'm a Volcarona without the cool part, huh?
I'm not here.
Rashes taking taking Millis's like camera setup, and she's trying to aim the shot for Millis for her blog stuff.
Oh yeah, you're doing really good, Rash.
Okay, I am tapping screen to do the focus.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you only have to do it once.
Okay, go.
It's going. It's there. It's good.
It's going.
Yeah,
I
you're
can't
good.
tell. Has it gone yet?
Yeah, it's going. It's a video, so that you can see the little number ticking up in the bottom. Sarah, I'm so sorry.
okay. I am doing other things in the background to keep my brain from like dying. Don't mind me.
Valid. But yeah.
But yeah, so Rash is doing that and helping Millis do a little cute live stream of the fountain and the geyser.
It's a very lovely little thing. Just like a fun, nice space thing that happens. And you all continue. You do eventually make it back to the first world, where you're able to land, and Mother Myrtle is waiting for you. Myark just kind of pieces out. He just doesn't really say anything. He just grabs his bag and walks off the ship.
Vim also does not say anything to him.
Yeah.
Rash will send him with some oatmeal cookies. And also a care package for Mother Myrtle.
I mean, we could say hi to Mother Myrtle and also apologize to her for dumping this on her doorstep.
That's fair.
That is true.
That's also fair.
We'll have a quick hello to Mother Myrtle.
And I will, let her know.
Skin check on the glowing situation.
It's gotten brighter. By now it's been a couple of days, and now it's like a glow stick.
Okay, Evie.
Like
quick hello. Quick hello.
Quick hello.
So yeah, there's a quick greeting and hello and explanation, and also, hey, this kid doesn't know Draconic, and it's sad.
It's really sad.
It's sad.
I feel that's like stereotyping.
I don't think it's that sad. He is fine. He's a little behind the curve on learning his own language, and that's okay.
He doesn't. Yeah. I think it's not sad in that, like, I'm not insulting him. I'm saying it's a sad situation that he doesn't know the language of like
his people.
It's not even
just
his people.
As somebody who's Filipino, I am also sad that I do not know
it's
Tagalog.
It's not even just like his people in a disconnected sense. Literally, he has living family that for some reason he's here instead of with them.
But they're not good, and he does not want to be part of them.
We killed the bad ones. The other one y'all like, and I mean I'm irritated with him, but y'all like him, so.
Oh yeah, did you want to go to your other brother, the chill one?
We ask this now.
Who Vim has traumatized?
I asked about this. Nobody heard me.
Partner of?
No, this was what I was pushing to begin with.
I'm good. Osklin, I don't want to trouble Osklin. He's been through a lot. He got me out of my devil pact. He's already helped me out a lot once.
All right, Mother Myrtle it is.
Yeah. And I don't want to.
And I tell Mother Myrtle
to go on the honeymoon that he never got to go on, and he's enjoying himself.
Mother Myrtle, he seems to have a proclivity to building such and such things, and he seems very, very handy with the gadgets and the moon boots and such. Show her your little spring boots.
Spring boots. Lands on his head. Ow. Remember, that's
okay. So maybe work on the dexterity
that's
with
why
him.
spring boots were banned in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, Mother Myrtle, for dumping.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm more than happy to take him under my wing, so to speak. It looks like they're quite eager to learn, aren't you? Yes.
Oh, I wasn't apologizing for the baby dragon. He's a delight.
Ah.
The other. She's apologizing for the other.
That's fair. I will have a long chat with them. We'll get caught up to speed.
But yeah, unfortunately, this has to be a quick visit because this one over here, I don't know if she doesn't kill enough things in a short enough time, her god's going to explode her or something.
You've received a divine revelation. Many goblinoids have from the current time, in my understanding.
I keep telling them we need to check on my god.
Eventually, you will just turn into light and cease to exist if you do not heed the call.
What?
What?
Yes.
Okay,
by that, you probably have about maybe 2-3 days.
Okay, then we need to maybe cast Zone of Truth on Byark. He lies a lot. Bye.
Also, is there a way to stave it off by her just killing something?
It would have to be the thing that they're fighting.
Rash grabs everyone by the ear and drags them back on the ship.
I don't think you should grab it. I
grabs Darius by the scruff.
Feel the how?
Rash is like,
I'll fly
if
her
it
up
were
so she
possible,
can
Rash would be picking Darius up by the scruff in her mouth. It's not possible, but know that that's what would happen.
I would just like to point something out, half in character and half not. There are many stories of children being whisked away to the Feywilds by seemingly kindly old lady figures. And we've voluntarily handed one over.
Seems fine.
Technically, Mother Myrtle is a hag. So...
Oh, that's much better.
Well,
yeah.
Keep in mind, hags in this universe don't have the same sort of connotations that most hags in mythology.
Do we have a problem?
I'm just thinking, just more of the Fae thing. The child goes into the fairyland for a little while, and they come out 100 years have passed, and their family is dead.
It's fine. We killed his family anyway.
Or the child
family are dragons. They live
the child goes into the fairyland for a while and comes out Queen of England.
Or they go on a magical adventure, become a monarch, step out of the wardrobe, and they're a child again.
There you go. Anyway.
It'll be a fun adventure for him.
And then eventually, one of them dies in a train accident and doesn't get to come back to Narnia. Susan.
Mother Myrtle, bye. Yeah, fuck Susan. She wore a lipstick.
Don't get me started on what they did to Susan. Don't get me fucking started.
On this chair, on this stool over here, all 7 Narnia books I just got from a garage sale.
So, all right, so I think we have to
loved Susan, and that devastated me in ways that I find so misogynistic.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, I think we have to floor it in whatever sense that's possible to get Rash to battle.
Battle? Oh, regular battle.
We are.
This is why you listen to Nana. This is why.
Wait, Rash, aren't you retired?
Oh, you cannot retire from your faith.
She also says her wild days are behind her, and I still don't believe her.
This is mild compared to what the Goblin Horde was.
This
is my retirement.
I'm just saying, every time we go somewhere and y'all see someone and get the weird look in your eyes, and then you're like, "Oh, Rash," and she's like, "Oh, I'm too old for that." She's a liar, and I know it. She's a liar.
I
just like to have fun on my retirement, Viv. Now listen to your grandma next time, because apparently I'm going to blow up.
I am now imagining Rash in her prime during Goblin Horde spring break. And it just being the most chaotic mess. Rash is the reason that there are entire planets that ban the Goblin Horde from their beaches on spring break.
Oh, there are entire planets that don't exist anymore.
The planet
because of Goblin spring break in general.
So
I've heard the stories. I thought I was wild on spring break. Oof.
Given we're in a hurry and things keep happening in quick succession,
mm-hmm.
This travel that we know is at least going to take a couple days.
Yeah.
The concept of goblin spring break.
Which by your calculations, Rash will get there basically like a day, maybe like a few hours before she would explode.
Well, I didn't know she would explode. How could I have possibly known that?
That's why you listen.
You didn't know either.
All right.
Listen. You listen to the premonitions because you don't know what will happen, and apparently this is what will happen.
I
It was not a premonition.
I start banging a hammer on a piece of metal I've been working on just to make noise. This is not aiding anything. Arguing about what we should have done. What we have to do is a path in front of us, and let's focus on that.
If Rash does explode, you'll all get to roll one dice step up higher for a little bit, though.
Quiet voice above. No one asked you.
Ooh, and
Rash,
let's hit the brakes.
Rash starts angrily muttering in Goblin in the kitchen about how young people never listen to their elders.
I don't know that one.
Evie mutters angrily in Elvish, Draconic, Undercommon, and Common about how it sucks to be underestimated just because she's young.
I know all of those ones.
Luna grumbles softly about how she doesn't get her Slurpee.
All right, I'm going to do three things. I'm going to the kitchen.
That's what Rash is doing in the kitchen. Is Rash is making Luna's slushy, but like the Rash version of the slushy, which is
she was promised a slushy. She's like, wait,
which is a lot healthier, but and it doesn't have the like red food dye coloring or whatever.
You're taking out the best parts.
Yeah, it's
she
better.
She likes the red 40 Rash. It makes her brain buzz.
And these strawberries are now extinct, except for on this
get
it makes them delicious.
It's not the right color.
All right, I am separating these two physically. I'm physically separating these two.
They're on opposite sides of the ship.
Yeah, we're yelling through the ship walls, through the pipe.
Right.
On the bridge, like phoning it through the ship to the kitchen.
All right.
There is a part of Rash that is incredibly proud of the fact that like Evie is essentially mock raging, even though that's not a feat that she can do.
I can just walk away from the chat and I won't miss anything.
Do y'all remember that meme about the mom yelling at the brother and in the background the other brothers playing the ukulele from the song that's like which is like, I don't know if you remember this, but it was the SpongeBob. Yeah, it was the SpongeBob song on a ukulele while his mother was yelling at his little brother.
No, but is that what Cypress is doing?
That's what Cypress is doing. Like in the middle of the yelling, is you just hear.
So before this devolved again, them. When it gets to, whatever is relative nighttime and the ship is relatively calm, then we'll actually go into his room. It'll only be the second time I think he's done this. And he's going to do the same thing he did that time. Because everything's happening in rapid succession, he's going to try and combination his ring that helps the lucid dreaming and detect thoughts and try to reconvene with that interdimensional sleeping dragon god and her protector.
Roll me a D100 of him.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
I was gonna say, I give Rash a metal pipe to bite down on. I give Evie a metal kind of three-dimensional puzzle to occupy herself with, and I grab the smoothie or the Slurpee, whatever, for Luna.
Now, keep in mind, Matt, American Slurpees are different to Canadian Slurpees. This is like carbonated foam.
It doesn't matter what it's what
I'm sorry,
wants.
What?
Yeah.
It makes.
What is a Canadian Slurpee?
So
I was so close to getting through a thing.
Sorry, Matt. This is
Matt.
important.
This is not on you. This is not on you, Maya.
This is on me. A Canadian Slurpee is a little bit more viscous than an American Slurpee. Like, our Slurpees are thicker, for lack of a better word.
I mean, they just have more,
more
ice in them.
Yeah. So, what? Yeah. Anyway.
Like a bad milkshake without the dairy.
Okay, Rashes is not that.
Convenience store with a bad machine.
Rashes is basically like, Rose, do you remember Arclight?
Yes.
Do you remember how they didn't have slushies, but instead they had like the strawberry smoothie or the mango smoothie? It's basically that, where it's like, this is a very fresh fruit
But it's
slushy.
not like my 7-Eleven.
No, it's not.
Not a 7-Eleven right there.
Each store is the
It's
anyway.
the same from Las Vegas to
Vegas to
Boston.
Boston.
I was like, if Maya doesn't bite on this, I need to leave.
You know I will. You know I will.
Anyway.
But Rash makes that, and then she mutters down the pipe to Evie. All right, I know you have a secret stash of that nonsense chemical down there.
Rash, while I may have substantial stores of both Red 40, Lake Yellow, and Blue Dye number 3, I can't make the 7-Eleven slushie. 7-Eleven is just a thing that exists in this universe now.
Yeah.
Because we don't
The numbers
have a
exist.
machine that whips it eternally. It won't have the same consistency and texture.
In this universe,
Do you want her to have the flavor or not?
Won't be the same, but fine.
Matt.
Evie puts the ship on autopilot for just long enough to march, and I can't stress this enough that Evie's marching is just very loud, like. Gets if Luna wanted, what was it? A purple
It was a
something?
blurple berry.
A blurple berry. She does get you the lake blue. Sorry, blue dye number 3.
Blue dye number 3 with the red lake 40.
Yes.
A little bit of both.
Yes.
And I apologize, Matt.
Makes sense.
Continue with your.
No, I was just gonna ask. I give all these things to the various members of the crew, except for Vim. Vim's a self-actualized, perfectly content person. Then I go up to the captain. I'm like, do you need anything?
Me? No, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I got everything I need right here. And they pat the violin they have, and then at their side the flask. I got everything I need right here.
I mean, Darius could probably make you a double violin.
I was just gonna give you this thing, and it's like one of those spinny fidget things. I just made that out of some scrap.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'll take it. I don't know if I could use it. And also, FYI, this is an heirloom. Annabelle ain't getting replaced.
Oh, I would not presume to do something. I can very much understand the investment one might have in a crafted item.
Well,
Sarah.
it's a gift from my well, I guess you could say my parent, the person who took me in.
I'm sorry if I'm presuming like you need anything. With what time is left in this journey, I was hoping to keep the peace amongst all the members of the crew, so to speak.
Oh, well, I got no problem with any of y'all. Y'all are a laugh a riot.
Well, I'm glad someone is being amused by it all. I know Vim might be having a few chuckles. I'm not sure.
Speaking of Vim, as you attempt to commune with the crossbow, you are not greeted by that same world. You are instead greeted by a battlefield of some sorts. You see what appears to be a massive glowing figure, almost sort of hobgoblin shaped, perhaps goblinoid-esque, a very large goblin, facing off with what appears to be a massive monster made entirely of shadow.
Okay.
And then you see this massive shadow creature turn into a singular pointed sort of spear and go directly through the giant goblinoid. And as it does, the shadow begins to explode out the other side, and all the people on the battlefield around you begin getting consumed, And then in that sort of darkness, just standing there, now making direct eye contact with Vim, is a woman with a veil over her face and a deck of cards in her hand.
That was a thing that could happen and not a thing that just happened, right?
Do you say that out loud as
I
Vim?
say it out loud.
Fate has many hands that can be dealt.
Go on.
I guess I
Prolonged eye
should
contact.
expect an answer like that.
Vim, you
In a place
recognize
like
this.
this.
You recognize this creature as
Okay.
one of the harbingers that you fought with. The harbinger of inevitability.
But
not
is it in the same like form the Harbinger was in,
Yep.
or
It
Okay,
is.
so-
It is
Criminal.
legitimately that creature. It is just they are standing there speaking with you in this moment.
didn't you try to kill me?
I simply do what is required for the future I seek.
Which is
And with that, the vision ends.
Well, that's super helpful.
Not ominous at all.
so.
I love Evil Adenia.
If Evie is still like
Evil Evenia, if you will.
No.
if Evie is still actively
We will not.
helming the
Evovania.
ship, Vim will kind of go in there and just post up like there's no way we can move this faster, is there?
What do you think I'm doing? Do you not think I'm going fast as I can?
It's
see,
not
there's
a
suddenly some
doubt.
like smaller ships that are coming behind you with like lights on as you pass like a ship speed limit sign, and Evie's like triple the
That's
speed
the
limit.
Spalice. That's the Spalice right
That's the Spalice?
there, fam.
Space police.
And I'm going to lose them. Or
Rash,
I'm going
Rash,
to lose my
middle
ship,
fingers
fam.
out the
Maybe
back
both.
window at the Spalice.
A scab.
Hey, Scab! Hey, Scab!
This is the police.
Splab.
It wasn't a doubt that you're doing everything to try. I just had to at least ask. Maybe, and I don't know if it's a thing that is currently happening. I'm just flying, so I kind of stay steady somewhat.
I like to think Cypress on her violin in the background is like, like one of those toys that you flip back and forth that goes.
I'm imagining the tune is somewhere along the lines of like when Mario gets an Infinity Star.
For a second I thought you were going to say Mario gets an Infinity Stone.
Mario
Mario with the reality stone.
Hey, in 2 years, with the way Magic's going, that could very well be a thing that happens.
I
equip Infinity Stone to Mario.
I may have gotten I was trying to do one thing, and I think I get connected with the wrong line, and I may have had I don't know if it was a thing that's happening now or a thing that could be happening. It's really confusing. But what I saw really looked like Rash's God getting his shit wrecked. Real bad.
Probably. Rash isn't going to like to hear it, but that is probably what is going to happen.
Now it did seem the thing that was there when I was having this moment was one of those harbinger things that tried to kill us all, wording this carefully because they succeeded partially.
Do you say that second part out loud?
No, that part is out of character. Tried to kill us all, but I mean they were speaking vague, which I suppose I can't complain too much about domain of dreams, that kind of thing. I can't be too harsh on specifics, but it did seem like it was more a possibility. then this has happened or is happening. So maybe there's a chance.
Well, then I don't know what you want from me. I am driving the ship as fast as I possibly can.
I am not. It wasn't a matter of like I don't think you're doing what you can. It was just I saw that it was pretty messed up, so
You
I
asked if
figured
could
I
go
would check.
faster.
Yeah,
That's
it was just
Darius
it was a question. It was just like, hey, is there a thing that you like haven't been doing because you thought it was a problem, but maybe it's worth the risk? I didn't know if that was a thing.
Cuts to Darius in the engine room. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Funny enough, I played a Scotty XP in a dinner theater actually once, the one that I'm drinking from.
Oh.
But if not, that's fine. If there's not a thing you can like, there's not like a secret lever you can pull just in case, only a matter of the most extreme of emergencies. I don't know how this ship works. I just figured I'd ask.
Oh, that is okay then. You have to learn how to control it. And Eva, sorry, Luna plays with the bobbit.
Thank you, Luna. You're doing
Okay,
great
you
as a
still-
co-pilot.
Oh my god. You just reminded me. I'm completely derailing because I got the coolest thing.
Is it
A
bobbit?
boppet?
It's a Stitch Boppet.
I do actually love that.
That's pretty cool.
Love that.
I don't
Oh
know
my
why,
god, I do.
but in that moment, that brief moment that Will stepped away,
You
what
booped
I
the Stitch to
pictured,
Boppet.
what I pictured was him hearing you say the words bop it and him bringing back just like a regular bop it as if it was a new thing.
Oh, that's under my desk.
Also
just
funny.
like if he had come back and it's like this
The
thing's also
coolest
called bop it,
thing.
like nobody had ever heard of
As if it were like an early aughts commercial.
Remember, Canada is 20 years behind the States for entertainment.
Damn.
Boppets are new.
No.
Understood.
It's okay. Y'all made Schitt's Creek. You get some points.
Yes, but they also apparently made slushies sludge.
I will
right.
get a Slurpee tomorrow. I will send you a picture in the
think it
group
was-
chat as to
I
what
think
a
it-
Canadian Slurpee looks
Sludgies.
like.
I think maybe his.
Are you going to do
store just has
swamp
a
water
bad
though,
machine.
Will?
No, I'm going to just get grape or Coke. Or
I'm
lime.
sorry.
Grape?
Swamp water?
Swamp water is where
okay,
you...
we can't ask what you can't act like we don't know what swamp water is. Swamp water is where you get a little bit of you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
that's
you
just a
mix all the
suicide.
flavors.
Yeah,
I've always called
That's
it
the term
suicide.
I've heard. I've never heard
Yeah.
of it being called swamp water, and I live
Yeah.
around swamps, and I've never heard anybody call it
No,
swamp
it's
water.
Yeah,
always
I've
been
never heard of
suicide.
swamp
I've
water.
I've only heard of it being called suicide.
Because
Yeah.
it looks like swamp water.
Okay, everyone, raise your hand if you've heard it called swamp water.
Raise your hand if you've heard it called
the other thing
suicide.
that's not safe
A
for
suicide?
monetization.
Oh,
Unaliving.
Sarah, the tiebreaker.
I have heard of neither.
I don't think so.
What do you call it when you mix all of the flavors together?
It's not a tie though.
A
There's
sugar
no tie
overload?
break because it's
I
3-2.
don't- Do that.
3 and 3.
It's 3 and 3.
Oh, did Matt call it a swamp water?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the one who brought the
Matt was
Lots
Matt
of Luna
originated.
not being able to count.
Hey, y'all. I
Yeah.
don't.
What if we play D&D?
I don't eat those. I don't drink or eat those.
Oh, I've
things.
never had one, but that's what you call it.
But that's what you call
I've
it.
never heard that term in my life.
Have you not had a Slurpee before, Sarah?
Chat.
I
let
have
us know.
had
Same
and
for like a soda
I
machine.
have had an icy before. I have
Isn't
never
that-
had a.
Isn't
Well,
that-
also the
No, that's
the
not,
one
that's a
that
freezy,
the one
Matt.
that me and
Ah.
Rose have heard.
Yeah, the unalive.
Yeah,
And
is
also-
definitely like it's not just a Slurpee thing. Like it's also
No.
for
It's also
sodas.
sodas, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to like a soda fountain and
Just
you get
hit
like a
all
little
of the
Coke, a
things.
little
Yeah.
Diet
I just
Coke,
heard
a
it's
little
also I just heard it's also a persona.
Sprite.
I'm just like now I'm just
Lemonade.
imagining persona.
Beer.
I mean,
Drinks the
I mean, how,
Santa.
Persona 3. You know,
I will tell you, here is my personal fact. If I saw a person do that, where they pick one of everything in a soda fountain, you know what I call that? Insane.
Admittedly,
Well, that's why it's
What are
called
you
a-
doing?
unalive.
Yeah,
I
that's why
don't-
it's called that.
a bagel. I admittedly I don't do cola when I do that because I don't think it has a strong enough flavor to go with other things that are like the bright fluorescent greens or the bright reds, like the fruity flavors.
To be clear, I don't do this. I don't
do this anymore.
I don't really have Slurpees very often
It's
because
a
I'm
thing
never
that
near a
has been
gas
done.
station, so.
I did this when I was in like middle school, for sure.
Also, it is a lot of
know
sugar.
Oh,
person-
apparently people also call them graveyards. Like there's a
Oh,
third
What?
a third name.
That feels
There's
like
a third name?
There's a third
honestly,
name.
I
It's
think
all regional.
that
It's
feels
all
Mr.
regional.
President, a
that
third
one
term
feels
has
like
entered the chat.
that one feels like somebody altered what we've heard it as.
Yeah.
And not
I
sound
know.
as bad.
So regionality,
People got
both of the we got Matt and Will who are Canadian, like Winnipeg. Rose is a Midwest princess.
I am a Midwest princess.
Chad is out in
Rise and
North Carolina.
fall.
I'm losing.
Where
so
I'm
much
from
weight.
I'm
East
Culver.
Coast.
I grew up in Culver City.
And I grew up in Ventura, so
Home
I'm
of
not that far
Culver's?
away.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm East Coast, so all I say is, our my side's region's pretty big here, so I just want to.
Yeah, that's what I grew
Not
up
spread it
hearing it
across
People
as.
call them graveyards,
All our-
and it looks like some of that is in like Oregon.
All our
You
school
see how
district
shocked
had that.
Concho looked just now.
He'll be more
Literally,
shocked
like-
tomorrow.
Chat, let us know what you call it when you mix a whole bunch of flavors of soda or Slurpee together in one cup. Let chat decide, or YouTube comments.
Here, I'll make
Sarah
a poll.
looks
I'm
disgusted.
making a poll.
YouTube comments. Do that too. Yeah, there we go. We will sell this argument in a week, and we'll ask. I'm sure we'll ask about it on other streams now. Where
Rash
were
would
we?
call it an
I-
abomination.
I got nothing for you. I'm still like, why is that even a thing?
I mean,
Kids
remember-
are dumb.
I didn't
Give kids
invent it.
options.
I remember doing it
Kids
as a kid,
options.
and I also remember a friend of mine who would do it with Monster Energy drinks. Like he would get like 6 cans of Monster, and then mix them all into like one very large cup, and then drink
Okay,
that.
That sounds
Worse.
horrible.
That's
I've never-
worse because you're actually doing it volume wise too.
Yeah.
With like
Also,
what
that's
we're
like
talking
extra
about.
caffeine.
Yeah, with what we're talking about, you're not really getting any more sugar or caffeine or anything
Oh,
because
we used to
volume
dump
wise.
pixie sticks in our Monster.
Same. Yeah.
I've never had a Monster
Oh.
Energy drink in my life.
That
We
all
bounced off
sounds
the fucking
terrible.
wall.
I did.
I can tell you that.
I shit you not. I was so. I
did that
really.
and
I
then
desperately
played
wanted to
VR.
try them as a child, but my parents would never let me. So I did a science project for school on the effects of energy drinks on you, and I used myself as a test subject so I could try them.
Y'all people need help.
I mean, I don't know why I'm staring at that because I mean, like,
well-adjusted adult.
I remember we would do our school carnival thing, and on the swing, the swings that go around.
Yes.
I would take pixie sticks and I'd open them on the swing to watch the colors swirl.
That's cute though.
It was fun,
That's
but not
very
for the
cute.
people behind me that got hit in the face by the dust.
We had one guy in our school who would take Smarties. Like I'm saying the American name, Matt Rockets for us. And
I'm
he
sorry,
would.
do Smarties have a different name in Canada?
So Smarties in Canada are chocolate.
Yes.
No.
What?
No.
Yes.
Incorrect.
And
Yeah.
Smarties are
American
chocolate
Smarties,
wrapped in a very unappealing candy coating.
and then it basically Nestle and M&Ms. Then for us, your Smarties are what we call Rockets. Anyway,
Little chalky little discs.
Why is Canada?
because
Why is
So weird.
Canada?
of copyright laws.
Why
because
Canada?
because of copyright laws and trademarks.
I just think Rockets is a bad name for them, but that's
I don't think it's any good or any worse than any other name for a not particularly good candy.
And
Let's
what
just
we
take
used
that
to have
back.
we used to have a kid who would, after he would finish his pixie stick, he would like take like a pack of Rockets, smash it up into a powder of sugar and put it back into the pixie stick, and then try to basically return it to the school cafeteria, being like,
I
didn't
thought you were
actually
going to go
want this."
somewhere else with that for sure.
Me too. Maybe that's a reflection of where I went to school
Anyway, I don't want to know. But
and what people I went to school with got arrested
back
for.
to the plot.
So Evie is skillfully avoiding this police.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. These people could
Uh-huh.
not keep up with you. Your ship is too good. Your ship has
Rash is giving the middle finger out the back window.
Your ship is
Yes.
just too fast. It has done this run quicker than any other ship probably could have.
What did
That
you
hasn't
say
done the
in
Kessel
maybe
Run.
less than 12 parsecs?
Yes, in less than
We
12
skimmed the edge of a
parsecs.
black hole and thus changed the distance we traveled, not the
Yes.
time.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Congrats us.
But on the final day of travel, one more event is going to happen.
Uh-oh.
As you are going, you can see that the darkness ahead of you, like that physical shroud of darkness that has gone into the rest of the universe, is less of like a solid thing and more of like a veil. So like you can assume that anything that was there is still there. It's just been completely clouded and taken over by darkness.
Bless you. Okay.
It's
Clouded over by darkness, you say?
yes, a very large cloud of darkness.
How's my skin looking?
Right now, Rash, on a scale of 1 to 10, it looks like it looks like the moment before a nuclear reaction goes off.
Great.
Sorry, Rash, you're gonna have to go out the airlock.
Rash is all for it. She prepares herself to be launched. I'm ready. Shoot me into the black mist.
All right.
Well, no, like the asteroid
Here,
that
go do
people
a
are
crime.
meeting on is like down there.
I
And you're
start
able
playing.
to land.
I start playing a funeral march.
Play what they played on the Titanic.
Dun, 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 dun,
So
dun.
before we get
That's the
down,
Imperial March, god damn it. Not
before
a
we
funeral march.
get down here, maybe this will be extra motivation for you, Rash. I tried to kind of commune with the being that made my crossbow even cooler than it is, and instead I got one of those harbinger things that tried to kill us, and it showed me a vision of who I believe to be Magubliyet
Uh-huh.
getting jacked up by like the darkness.
Rash flies into like
Super rage.
yeah, like if we're talking in terms
Is
of
she, like,
Dragon Ball
Super
Z
Saiyan?
rage,
Yes.
her hair would have grown to like the longer like blonde length by now.
The babushka scarf just like flies off.
Yeah.
Her hair just goes.
Yeah. Rash just like and
Bless you.
Thank you.
how close are they to the
You're there. You're in the process of landing, as Vim tells you this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
would have waited until we were like pretty much getting there, because I know that after I say that, there's not really going to be like
Yeah, I was gonna say after Rash hears that, she's going to make a run for the lock.
there's not going to
She's-
be any really
she's-
guiding after that.
She's like basically she's gonna open the ship door and just jump out, like free fall superhero land out.
Yeah, Rash, as you land, the glowing subsides.
Oh.
Magubliyet, I am here for you!
Oh.
You see all of your family, Rash. Every
hello, family.
member of your goblin family is here on this small asteroid.
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Will, are you aware of how many that is?
Yes.
Because like I'm gonna be honest.
There are people stacked on top of each other.
Oh, delightful.
Goblins on goblins on goblins.
Where did I put the ship down?
On top of 1/8 of her family.
Here, wait. Actually,
No,
hang on.
They
I
all
can give
like
you.
made like a large. They like made like a large circle enough for you to land the ship.
Oh
But
god,
it's
they're
not a
crawling on the
super-
hull.
It's not a small asteroid, but it's big enough that I can fit everything.
It's fine. You
it's
can
just
drop it on
barely there.
Belkin.
Oh, okay.
Roll call. Which one of you is that guy? All right, you land.
Pans to Rash like Lucille on Arrested Development. I care for all my grandchildren. I don't care for Belkin.
It's a slushy, Luna, but could it cost $10?
Yeah. Sure.
I feel like I'm missing
Exactly.
something here.
Arrested Development?
You should watch Arrested Development. It's very fun. I could not get through all of it because the cringe humor was so well done that like
I
it physically
cringe
pained
every.
me.
I have to walk away after a single episode for a while.
Liza Minnelli's in
It's
it
a
playing
very well
herself-
written
well,
show.
almost herself.
I'm already doing one
is
cringe
also
series.
painful.
I'm already doing one cringe series right now. I can't do
What
another
cringe
one.
series
till
are
I've
you
done
watching?
Isla sometimes hides her feelings in Russian.
Oh, yeah, that's a cringe one.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know it, but it sounds cringe.
It's incredibly cringe. I'll tell you about it after stream, Maya. Well, probably won't have time. I'll message you about it later. But yeah, it's yeah. But the entire this is why I asked Maya before stream to make sure I was getting this correctly pronounced. The entire Rugloss clan, I couldn't do it, sorry, is here. It is every single member. Everyone is here. Even the dead ones have little halos above their head, and they are here.
Oh, bold of you to assume that all of them would have halos.
No,
real bold.
As long as they died in a way that's pleasing to Magubliyet, which is in battle or in
fair.
some way, they have those angel little things.
That's true.
It's Saiyan rules. And yeah, it is.
I love that goblins are Saiyans now. Canon.
And yeah. What's wrong, Matt? Don't you want to meet Gobjita?
Oh, fuck you.
I hate it. I hate it.
Hang on, I'm not. Now that's going to be added. That's added in.
And then you lost me.
That's going to be added into the grandchildren pile because I'm sure at a certain point, Rash was that's in the children pile because I'm sure at some point Rash was running out of names.
Is there a Gobberat?
There might be a Gobta.
Actually, there's not a Gobjita because that doesn't sound real. But there is a Gobberat.
A Gobberat and a Gobbalo.
Gobcha.
Gobble gobble.
Gobcha died very early on. But yeah.
And nobody cared.
Android.
I mean, they went
18.
to Magubliyet. Why would they?
Yeah. But in all seriousness, yeah, everyone is here, Rash. And you can see like dotted out, like if like the ship sensors, there's a number of these asteroids that look like they were just ripped off of a planet and put here by some probably cosmically large figure, e.g. Magubliyet. And like pretty much every goblin in the universe is on one of these asteroids in a line.
We're getting the band back together.
And as Rash arrives, all of the clan comes as Rash is the matriarch. They come and they take positions for their general.
Rash, like...
Maya, you can add one goblin army, one goblin horde to your inventory.
Okay.
That's a thing.
What is this, Age of Wonders?
We were gonna hear. Yeah. A goblin horde.
One goblin horde.
How much bulk is that,
a bag of holding and an entire goblin horde
Goblins.
comes out.
Is she over encumbered now?
No.
Oh.
They carry themselves.
Goblins are to Rash as bees are to that meme of Oprah.
Oh god, the bees! The bees!
Rash is also, she's going to, like, not take off, but smooth down her babushka scarf and like, take out her pack and put on a general helmet that she keeps stored away. That she has not used in, like, at least a decade.
Describe Rash's military uniform. If Rash gets back in the saddle, what does the Rash military uniform look like?
I think I did describe it at one point, actually.
Yes, you did. I want to re-describe it for our viewers.
So Rash's military uniform, to remind everybody, because we covered this in the Hell episode.
We did.
Love it.
The heck episode.
Rash's military uniform is like the scene in Sleeping Beauty where Maleficent's goblin gremlin creatures,
Dragoons.
unspecified demon creatures, are dancing around the fire pit and cheering after they've caught the prince and like have put the spell all over the kingdom. She looks like that. That's what the outfit is. That's the fit. That's the general fit. And then like hers has extra medals on and pauldrons on top of that because she's a general.
And technically each horde has like a color associated with it. So what colors associated with Rash's horde?
I think Rash's horde is like specifically, hang on.
Also, in addition to this, parked beside the asteroid, like anchored to it, are a number of basically like goblin fighters, which are just patched together spaceships that you can tell Darius and everyone else who's educated here is literally just like MacGyvered together bits of spatial debris that have had engines strapped onto them.
That one's like half paperclip.
So Rash's family coat of arms, or like their specific armor is red, but it's very specifically like
Red
almost like a
43.
like a brick red. No, it is not. It is
Not red.
It
40.
is not the slushy red. It's like almost like a brick red.
All right, the brick house, if you will.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's a brick.
Ow.
That's going on the Rash playlist.
Yep.
Good.
I will say
I'll put it on the everybody's theme playlist.
the entire horde, like your entire family, is in their uniform. They are fully dressed, decked out, ready for battle. And Rash, as there are a number of them, there is unfortunately a slight problem that you have. There are a number of different sub-squads to your family. And over the course of this week, I'm going to be sending you some names of those squadrons, and I'm going to ask you to assign each of the party members one of those squadrons to command.
Oh, this is fun. I like this.
Can I call dibs on the siege weapon regiment?
So
if there is one, I will give it to you.
Chat.
Yeah, goblin chuckas.
Join us next time as we use some mass combat rules that I have for the first time, as our party takes control of a number of units during this battle.
I have to remember not to try to convert these goblins.
Very Fire Emblem.
Oh, I just had an idea for the episode.
You can try. We are very devoted.
That's what I'm saying. I have to, but it might seem insulting, and I am here trying to kind of help. So I just have to remember to not just out of hand be like, oh, by the way, dreams, those are cool too, guys. I have to remember not to do that.
Vim out here with his new age moth face.
Back to musical. Hello. My name is Elder Vim.
Which the fact that Vim's a dream god.
That is not how you spell Magubliyet.
I had no idea how to spell it.
The fact that Vim is a dream
but
god,
also yes,
and could technically in this sort of mythos be like an elder god type of thing is very funny to me. That hello, my name is Elder Vim.
Vibes.
I've come to infiltrate your dreams.
I would like to share with you my book on Mother Myrtle.
Chat, join us next time as the goblin horde charges forth into the darkness and see what awaits them.
You got all of that combat inspiration for all of you. I am playing your tunes.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Sarah, as a bard with your combat inspiration, you are going to be able to give this during these encounters to entire units of goblins if you want.
Hell yeah!
Rage Against the Machine plays.
I'm going to give you all a handout next week. I'm assuming I'll be able to get it done to be like a handout, hopefully early this coming week, that will tell you some class-specific abilities that you all have for these massive combat rules. So some examples of that will be like Sarah's Bard will be able to do their combat inspiration to goblin units or to units that are under their control or allies' control. Evie is going to have one of two basically choices between some either volatile arms or if they want to take a more support role stuff for some goblin healing options. Luna is going to be able to have command their squad to aid and protect other squads, boosting their AC and doing things like that. Darius is going to be able to empower weapons of squads, giving them bonuses to hit, just not to damage, but it's like more than what the Bard song is, bonus to damage and that type of thing. And Vim will have some very interesting abilities. But thank you all so much for coming. Check out our many other shows here on the channel and join us next time as we make use of some very fun combat rules. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.